Hello? Ah!
Well, who are you? What do you want?
I'm responding to your ad. You scheduled this meeting. Your ad said something about hiring an apprentice.
Oh, you're applicant 18. Why would you want this job?
Well, with the current crisis, the shutdown, business closures, people getting laid off.
Hey, I had nothing to do with this so-called virus. And besides, bats are like wild animals. Oh, you can try to train them, sure, but they don't listen. They'll up and fly away.
What?
What?
Okay. Is that a bat?
Oh, never mind. That's Feratu. And don't worry, you can't hurt him from where you are right now. So what did you do before the mainstream media forced you out of your job?
Well, I was a medical assistant.
Oh, shut up! I'm trying to have a conversation! Thinking about making him into a sandwich. So, look, I've prepared a video for you. Why don't you watch that while I slice some bread? To become my apprentice, the applicant must first perform an experiment vital to proving that the Earth is flat. I would perform this experiment myself, but I am currently struggling with, well, shall we say, passport issues. The assignment in this case, therefore, is to develop a formula to calculate the distance from an observer at sea level to the horizon. The applicant will accomplish this by hovering my personal Zeppelin, the Groff Domestes, at sea level over perfectly calm seas with no atmospheric distortions, and then send my personal yacht, the Fromage Gruyere, represented here by this blue tower, by remote control out into the Atlantic towards Europe. You will document the effect of perspective, that is, that the yacht becomes smaller but does not, as globetards will insist, disappear from the bottom up, as illustrated by what happens with this tower in this flat Earth model. At this point, you will command the Zeppelin to climb vertically several thousand feet to demonstrate an observer can now look down upon the top of the target in the distance. Apprentice applicants in the past have been extreme disappointments, requiring some corrective actions on my part. So I hope you will do better to prove, once and for all, that the Earth is flat.
Hello?
So, what did you think of the video? Are you ready to take this assignment?
Yeah, it sounds like fun. I'll send you a note when I get back with the results.
Greetings, Flat Earther friends. The sponsor of today's video, Mucus brand Cecums and Bladders, wants to assure you that cases of radioactive cecums and bladders spontaneously reanimating are exaggerated as yet another hoax perpetrated by globetards. The claims that the reanimated tissues are now reproducing spawn with venomous barbs are completely unfounded. And in any case, though difficult to neutralize, the spawn are rarely aggressive and cannot yet fly. So, Flat Earther friend, isn't it time to increase your orders for more lubricated mucus brand cecums and bladders? Use the links below and get additional discounts from me, Dr. Labcoat, if you buy before the next rapture. Now back to the video.
Hello? Dr. Labcoat? Dr. Labcoat? Oh, is that Feratu? I thought you ate it.
Oh, I did. That was a long time ago. This is a new bat. This is Dos Feratu. Yeah, I wanted a pet pangolin, but, healthy ones, they're just so difficult to find anymore. I'm sure you're aware of that.
Well...
So tell me, did you prove the Earth is flat, right?
I don't think I can do that. The experiment did not go as you expected.
What could go wrong with such a simple experiment?
I wondered this myself, and then I got the idea to overlay the experiment onto a different representation of Earth.
Oh, different, huh? Different how?
A globe, but here, I've prepared a video for you.
To better understand the differences between the doctor's expectations and my actual measurements, I built an Earth model alternative. With this, I will reproduce the experiment, but this time I will make quantitative predictions rather than the mere qualitative and the rather subjective expectations of Dr. Labcoat. Here we see a globe that can rotate on its axis, placed sideways to better observe a dial marked off into 36 equally spaced radials. Each radial, therefore, represents 10 degrees of rotation. This is a model, and like all models, metaphors, or analogies, it is flawed. However, the shortcomings of this proxy are not so wounded as to invalidate the following results. Some errors, as with any experiment, are expected. Representing the fromage gruyere is a toy boat, and we measure its height using a metric caliper. The boat is not to scale with the real Earth, of course, but the math should be the same. The diameter of the globe model being 5.5 inches, we determine its radius in millimeters by multiplying the diameter by the imperial to metric parallel to the deck of the yacht. The viewer's eye above the horizon is 0, forming what we will declare the opposite side of a right triangle. The axis from the center of the fromage gruyere to the center of the Earth forms the adjacent side of the right triangle, labeled H in the diagram. The length being globe's radius plus the yacht's highest point. We can find the angular distance at which the yacht will disappear by taking the arc sine of the ratio of the opposite side and the globe's radius to give us 90 degrees and subtract the sum from 180 to give us a prediction that the yacht will be just beyond visual range when the globe is rotated 27 degrees. As I rotate the crank, we do indeed see the yacht disappear from the bottom up. Now that it has disappeared altogether, we examine the dial on the side and find the degrees turned rather close to our prediction. Let's confirm our result by using Pythagoras to predict the distance that the yacht traveled from my Zeppelin to effectively hide from me. But first, as always, we make quantitative rather than the mere qualitative predictions. The globe's radius plus the height of the topmast forms the hypotenuse. Squaring the length of the two sides, taking the square root of the difference, predicts the distance will be 32 millimeters. Here, I measure the distance traveled by the yacht to compare to the prediction and find, though not exact, a better result than anything in the doctor's experiment, which made no measurable predictions at all. I hope Dr. Labcoat accepts my conclusions with maturity and grace, and in a way, I feel sorry for him. On a flat Earth, believers will never experience the joy of navigating an aircraft above 12,000 feet or sailing a yacht beyond the horizon. They live in terror of imaginary police organizations and non-existent treaties against visiting an ice wall they are certain exist, yet no one has ever seen. A flat Earth world is a lonely and frightened world. Its adherents are trapped inside a prison of their own construction.
So you're saying that the journey you just finished did not correctly predict the distance to the horizon or find the furthest edge of the flat Earth. You instead proved that the Earth is a globe?
Yep, exactly.
Well, I think I know what I need to do about you.
Wait, what did you just...
And no flat earther pumps out more constant stupid than sleeping warrior.
The art of failing, a pastime that flat earthers have perfected over the ages.